It's another week and some more BSC sit down. I am Don. Beside me is the co-founder of our Instagram, Cal. How are you doing today, Cal?
Doing very good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. I feel really enlightened because it's been a whole week. I've been detoxing from watching the Sabres, and it feels good.
Yeah. The best part of your mental health is just to tune them out completely, but here we are. So
Yeah. Um, they lost again. I think it's now five straight times they've lost at Islanders, or is it four? I think it's five.
yeah, I believe it's 5 and 7 straight when the Islanders are at home. So yeah.
They are not good against the Islanders. Let's just say that they are
Yeah.
really good against the Devils. Half their wins have come against one team, the New Jersey
uh
Devils,
yep.
and they lost as well to the New York Rangers, and what I can describe as a crap show. I don't want to be too profane because that's
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's not been good.
the Sabres the pressure is on. I think Ralph Krueger is with days within getting fired. I
Yeah.
cannot imagine him staying around for at least 10 more games. That's not.
Yeah. I think if they lose tomorrow, he's gone. I just don't see I mean, obviously the Pagulas don't want to hire a new coach, but as a GM, Kevin Adams has to make that decision. And he seemed pretty upset in that meeting yesterday, and I really think he'll be gone.
Yeah, the everything that we've heard from Krueger that, oh, we're on the same page. Oh, we've got a great relationship. Do you call that meeting a great relationship? Kevin Adams, he left Krueger
uh,
out to dry. He gave him zero confidence, unlike Columbus, where John Tortorella's also on the hot seat. And the
yeah,
GM was like, no, we are not gonna fire Tort. But here, Kevin Adams like, oh, well, he's being evaluated. That's
yeah,
not a good sign.
that's wild because obviously, there's this whole narrative. They talk multiple times a day, and they have a great relationship, and then you see that, and you're like, maybe they don't talk multiple times. Maybe they don't have a great relationship. And Ralph Krueger likes to lie. We've seen it multiple times. So maybe they're becoming enemies at this point.
I don't really care. I just want a winning hockey team. And as part of that, I think it was right before the press conference, there was a bunch of reports that Kevin Adams is working the phones. He is trying to get something done. He is aggressively pursuing multiple trades, not just one like Jason Botterill, not just two like Darcy Regier, but he's targeting multiple players. And I want to take some time to break down some of these rumors that I've heard across the NHL. Some of them are more well known than others. So if you're learning something new, gold sticker to you viewers at home. But I want to start out with what I think is an intriguing one. It's Victor Mete, defenseman from the Montreal Canadiens. He is rumored to be coming to Buffalo. What do you think about that one?
I think that could be a good move. I mean, our defensive core has been very weak. Colin Miller, we thought he was having a good year. Now he's had a rough stretch. So Montour's looked bad. Yoki Haru, oh my gosh, that guy's been horrible. Dahlin has not taken that step that we thought he would this year. Under Krueger, all of our defensemen have been bad, and I think we might have to bring in some new guys, maybe shuffle out some of the mid-tier guys. So I could see it happening.
I also could see this one happening. It's not too far-fetched. The fit is there. Mete requested a trade out of Montreal a couple months ago. Or I'm sorry, not a couple months. It's been like a month into the
Yeah, a
season.
couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it's been for a couple weeks there. And he's not getting the playing time he wants. He would certainly get that in Buffalo. He's not really a goal scorer. And I'm afraid this would turn into another Nathan Beaulieu type
Yeah.
because he can pass a lot, but he just can't score. But the fit is there, and I think that you just got to throw something at the wall, and hopefully something sticks. And I guess a second chance with Mete and for the Sabres here would be okay.
Yeah, the current team you have right now is not getting it done. So if you could bring in a guy like that, it might work, might not. What are you going to lose?
That's right. What do you have to lose? As long as you don't give up I would say if you don't want to give up you could give up a fourth round pick, but you don't want to give up a third, a second, a first, or even a player. I wouldn't mind to see Montour go the other way or someone like that. I wouldn't mind to see that at all. So next one I want to talk about is Mikael Granlund, forward from the Nashville Predators. The Sabres are looking for
I think we're going to have to pause. Slade ruined it.
So Mikael Granlund, he's got 9 points in 20 games this season. How would you think he'd fit on this Sabres team?
I think he could fit. I think it's hit or miss with him. I think if you put him on a line, maybe with I don't even know, second line, third line, first line, you could put him anywhere, kind of a situational guy. I think it could work. Again, this team is horrible. We're not getting production out of anyone really, besides Reinhardt's been your only player who's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say it might be okay. I don't want to give up too much, but at this point, what do you got to lose?
That's right. And the same thing goes for the Mete situation. The same thing goes here for Granlund. Granlund is on another struggling Predators team. They're not getting it done. He signed a 1-year deal. So if you're praying that it's like a horrible contract, it's not. It's not a bad contract. It doesn't require a lot of cap space in the future, not even right now. All you have to move is probably, I would say you'd have to move a guy like Eric Stahl, because honestly, Eric Stahl is not really cutting it here in Buffalo. He's looks slow, old, totally taken a step back from what he was in Minnesota. That move really hasn't hit well. And once again, the Sabres need a number 2 center, and Eric Stahl is another hit and miss.
Yeah, not doing it. He's helping Cousins, but now Cousins ain't even on his line. So yeah, Stahl looks slow. Doesn't really have what he used to have. Kind of expected. Kind of thought he would give this team one more year, but
It's
ain't
not
doing it.
Yeah, I can't see him. If they don't trade Stahl now, I don't see him coming back next year.
Yeah, no.
Then again, a lot of guys are not coming back next year.
I think we might have a wholesale change next season, but we will see.
How many times have we said the Sabres are going to clean house? How many times?
Yeah, it seems like every year.
Every other year, man. Another guy, this one is a bit more peculiar. It's John Gibson, goalie for the Anaheim Ducks. We heard about this one. Gibson to the Buffalo Sabres. What do you think about this one? This is a weird one.
Yeah, this one's interesting. Obviously the goaltending is not good for the Sabres. Olmark looked good. He's hurt. You have Hutton and Johansson. Both of them have played very bad. So I think Kevin Adams has said he's actively shopping for goaltenders. He said there's no one on the market right now that would be a better candidate. I think that's a lie. I really think there are people better, like Gibson. But at this point, if you can't score, you can't win games anyway. So is goaltending really killing you? I think if we give up a little bit for Gibson, I'd be okay, but I really don't see us making the playoffs, so I wouldn't give away any draft picks.
And the thing with Gibson, he's on another bottom tier team with the Ducks. His stats are not that good. He's got a .904 save percentage and almost a 3 goals against. He's around the 2.8 area. I believe if he were to receive a good structure in front of him, he started out the season real well when everything was clicking. Maybe he just gets a change of scenery and hopefully it works out. He's under contract for this season and a couple more, so that would be the only real chopping block there. But he is a legit number 1 goalie in this league. He is a proven commodity. We cannot keep relying on Luukkonen coming to save the day. Where is he? He's not here. We may see him later in the season if, the Sabres are horrible. Yeah. But as of right now, we need someone that can come in and play now, because Johansson or Hutton are not NHL goalies.
Yeah, goalies take a long time to develop, and Luukkonen might be in the AHL for 3 years. You never know. And with this pace that we're playing, we need help fast, or nothing's going to happen this season.
Yeah, it's already a sinking ship. Let's say the Sabres would go on a 10-game win streak. They'd still only be 16-13. That's ridiculous. That is
horrible.
It is awful. Even that record is not a playoff team worthy. Sabres are a lot more than just a goaltender away from becoming a playoff team.
They're a coach away. They're some goal scorers away. They're a whole team away from being a playoff team. And it's crazy to think that we've been in the same spot for year after year after year. We've made changes. We've tried to fix it. Well, tried to fix it, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But
we tried. We really tried. But I'm sorry. We just came up short again. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Knee slap, tearjerker. So sorry. I want to talk about one more that it was a weird one, but I can get why. Jeff Skinner to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Both of them are cap casualties. But the difference is Skinner's making 9 million for 5 more years, and Vlasic's making 7 million for 4 more years. Do you see this one being realistic in any which way?
I can see it being realistic in the way that Ralph Krueger hates Skinner. I think it comes down to if Adams hates Skinner because it's all up to him. He's the GM. He's making the trades. If he really agrees with Krueger and thinks Skinner's just not getting it done, he just can't produce on top line or bottom line, I do see it being a possibility. I would not want this to go through. I have full faith in Jeff Skinner. I'm a Jeff Skinner supporter. We've seen what he can do. I think we got to change the coach. I think we got to change lines, and I think Jeff Skinner can be a big part in this team moving forward.
Jeff Skinner has to be a part of this team. When you're a guy making 9 million, you have to be a 40-goal scorer. That is a elite contract for elite players. And right now, I don't know if it's Skinner who can't score and who can't finish, or it's Krueger who's putting him with Curtis Lazar of all people and Kyle Poso. You can't do that. Either way, something has to give. Either Skinner doesn't score ever again, or Krueger never gives Skinner the chance ever again. I don't know, but it's an awful situation. It's something we did not even see last year. We saw him regress, but he was still gonna. If they had played the full season, he probably would have gotten 20 goals again. He was actually going to be on a roll. He may have had a 20-goal game drought, but he was on a roll. He probably scored, I think, 3 in 4 games right before everything just shut down.
But he was picking it up right at the end of the season. And the thing with him is you cannot expect him to be on a line with like not playmakers like Eichel and expect production. He's not a worker in the corners. He's not like a playmaker. He's a sniper. He's a goal scorer. You need talent around him.
And he's someone that you absolutely have to put again with Eichel, and you have to put probably the Islanders game today. I liked how Krueger put Hall, Eichel, and Cousins together. I say you keep Cousins on that top line. I say you switch Hall out and you put Skinner there. That's something I can get behind.
That would be a fun line to watch. Absolutely.
That would absolutely be, because I have no faith right now in Hall and Eichel. Hall and Eichel have not cut it this season. Maybe if you put Skinner up there for once, just listen to us, Krueger. Maybe the fans know something. He's just so hard-headed. And I don't want to get this into another Krueger rant because I've already ranted, and we've already ranted about Krueger enough. But just something has to give with the Jeff Skinner situation. Otherwise, we could see a Skinner-Vlasic trade kind of happen.
Yeah, I heard Krueger's interview today. He joked around saying, like, the fans were like white noise. I don't even know. He's just making jokes about it. At this point, this guy's got to go. He thinks it's a joke. He doesn't understand the frustration. And there are some people who are like, oh, give this team some patience. Patience has run out. This has been too long since playoffs, too long since success. We need success now as a fan base.
Yeah, they need success as an organization because Terry Campagula, you're losing a lot of money. Can you really expect fans coming back in the middle of this month and saying, hey, we're going to go come and see the Sabres for probably $70 a game because $30 for COVID testing, $40 for a ticket? You can't possibly believe that's going to happen because nobody wants to see this kind of play. Nobody wants to see a coach cracking up and basically saying the fans are stupid. That's just, you can't expect a healthy fan base, and you can't expect the money to be walking into the doors because at the end of the day, this is a business. This organization is a business that runs on money, and right now they're losing hundreds of millions of dollars every year, every day, every game that they keep this place open.
Yeah, they're lucky it's like limited capacity, but at the same time they're not because they're losing a lot of money. They need success. They need playoff games to make that money back. And right now, this organization is losing Terry and Kim a lot of money. And you question if they will keep this team. I know they're making a lot of business moves outside of sports. You wonder maybe they'll just be content with the Bills if the Sabres keep struggling. I know a lot of fans want to see that. I personally, I don't know yet. Like, I know they don't really care about the Sabres. Little worried about relocation at this point, but.
Well, that's just a whole nother dimension right there. And we heard on about, I think it was Thursday, those tweets saying, oh, look at this. Prospective owner group is interested in buying the Sabres. And then 5 minutes later, someone also said inside the organization that, no, Terry and Kim Pegula really want to keep the Sabres. They are not interested in selling the team, no matter for a minority stake or a majority stake, which confuses me because how can you possibly manage to effectively run not one, but two sports organizations? And do they still own the Bandits? I believe
I think they own the Bandits, the Amherst. I believe they own some Pittsburgh teams, not professional, but like some smaller teams in Pittsburgh. They own a lot. I know he has like his main business. They own restaurants and it's a lot of stuff going on, and it might be too much.
Yeah, how can you possibly expect to divert your 100% energy and potential towards one specific thing when you're stretched? They are so stretched, and really they need a president of hockey ops. I don't know.
Yes.
They need a president of hockey ops that can just say, hey, Kim Pegula, please, you don't know what you're doing. Take a step back and let me do my thing. You saw why the Bills are successful, because the Pegula said, okay, we'll let you do your thing, Brandon Beane. We won't interfere at all.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this at this point. Like, you need a president of hockey ops so bad because the organization is going 10 different ways right now. You got people wanting to trade people. You got people wanting to keep people. You need a head honcho saying, no, we're doing this. Everyone get on the same page, and that will work. And we've seen that with other organizations have it work. And this place is just a mess right now, and they need a leader.
You say other teams that have worked. One big team that jumps my brain when you say that is, I really don't want to give them credit, but the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
They brought in, I forgot, Brendan Shanahan as their president of hockey ops, or I don't know what his specific title, but he's in that general role. That's his role with the team. And look where they've gone since he's came in and stepped in and made sure that the Maple Leafs progress. And really, they have. They are the best team in the NHL, while the Sabres are the worst team in the NHL. It's a tale of two franchises that totally went in different directions. One made all the right choices and the right drafting and the right signings, and the other made every single wrong thing you could ever do. And unfortunately, we, the fans, are caught in one or the other, and, well, we're caught in the bad side.
Yeah, I got to give the Leafs credit. They were rebuilding very similar time we were, and they did it almost flawlessly. They had a few struggles along the way, but I think they got there. Sabres, like you said, took every wrong turn, and look where they ended up, at a dead end again. So
yeah, it's disappointing, and hopefully something can give. Hopefully we see some sort of life from this organization. Maybe Krueger is fired by the time this is recorded. Maybe he's not. We don't know what's going on in that locker room right now, because I don't know. Either way, the Sabres do play tomorrow in another afternoon game on NBC. So, America, get ready for the Islanders to score 5 goals and the Sabres only score 2 against them.
Yep.
This is all for this week's BSC Sit Down. I was Don. This was Cal. We are a couple of depressed Sabres fans. Make sure to subscribe, follow the Instagram, follow or join the Discord, and make sure, let's get the 700 subscribers on here. We're very close to milestones on all 3 of those. So let's go. Thank you so much for watching, and see y'all in the next video.
See ya.